Hey, have you ever thought of starting your own mall or curious about the operational nuances of running a mall? But if you think running a mall is quite easy because all you need to do is just buy a property, lease it off to the tenants, and you are set. Wrong. Guys, a mall is not just a real estate investment. The brand which pays you such hefty rent also expect traffic and sales. And bringing up quality footfalls is the mall's duty. And for this, there is a proper dedicated team of mall management who applies various strategies like zoning, store placement, marketing, etc. to retain and manage the customers coming to the mall. So guys, in this video, we'll discuss all of these core strategies, operational mistakes and nuances of running a shopping mall with reference to the first shopping mall of India. Yes, the very first shopping mall of India. Well, but before that, let's first understand the consumer behavior and history of shopping in India. Guys, in the 1990s, shopping in India was not as interesting as it sounds now. Shopping more or less meant going to the retail stores or the shops in the nearby market area of your city and buying out the things which you require and coming back home. But this landscape was slowly changing and many departmental stores were taking the shape of what we now know as a mall. So basically, they were coming up with multiple stores of different brands in the same building where one can buy all the items they require at one place itself. One of such kind was Spencer Plaza of Chennai. But in 1999, this scenario was changed completely by the Piramal Group. Yes, the in-laws of the Ambanis. They launched the first shopping mall of India named Crossroads. But the question is, how is it different from other store-cum-shopping malls? Guys, Crossroads was different because it was the first shopping mall to introduce something called shoppertainment to the Indians. Now, what is shoppertainment? Shoppertainment, as the word itself says, it is a mix of shopping and entertainment. Guys, if you observe carefully, Indians were not completely new to shoppertainment. Do you remember the seasonal melas of India, like Posh Mela of Bengal and Pushkar Mela of Rajasthan? Don't you think it's kind of an unorganized shoppertainment malls? Well, the shoppertainment concept was quite popular in the West as well. And Crossroads was more or less inspired from such malls like London's Harrod and New York's Massy. And needless to say, Crossroads was a big success back then. And the shocking thing was, the consultancy giant McKinsey projected that Crossroads might get a footfall of around 10,000 on weekdays. But can you believe in reality the footfalls touch 40,000? And just to add, footfall means the number of people coming to the mall. So overall, everything was going extremely well. But all of a sudden, Crossroads footfall fell down by almost 70%. And slowly the tables turned and Crossroad failed. So what's there for you in this video? Guys, we'll majorly discuss 2 points. First, why and how Crossroads changed the shopping behavior of Indians with an Western concept of shoppertainment. Second, why Crossroads failed despite being such a hit, and what mismanagement did the mall management team do that the situation became this worse. And apart from these two, the video will be full of mall management lessons and insights on how to successfully run a shopping mall. So be with us till the end in this amazing episode on the emergence of shopping malls in India. So let's begin our episode with the question, why shoppertainment? One answer: so that people would spend more time in the mall. And the more time people would spend, the more money they would spend in the mall. Guys, before moving over to anything, let's understand the purpose of a shopping mall. And as I said, a shopping mall is a lot more than just a real estate investment. The brand which pay you such hefty money for the lease also expect traffic and sales. And bringing up quality footfalls is the mall management's duty, who not just decides which brands should be present in the mall but also handles the crowd management, marketing and store placement. That is, which stores should be present where. For example, you might have noticed that the movie theaters like PVR are always placed at the top floor. And the reason behind is, the people who come just to watch movies would also go through each floor and the stores present over there. Also, there's a chance that they might buy something. Had it been on the ground floor, people would just watch the movie and moved out of the mall. The store placement plays a very important role. So the major point out of all these is that the mall is responsible for the footfalls. So after adding the entertainment factor, people now spend the whole day or probably plan a complete day out in the mall, ultimately increasing the footfalls. But how has the concept of shoppertainment changed the shopping behavior of Indians? Guys, with this concept, shopping has turned into a recreational activity now. People used to go to picnics, zoos, etc. Now they go to the malls. But this has also posed a big challenge as well. That is, the population of window shoppers has also increased. So here again, the mall management comes into play. And there's a process called zoning with which the mall management team manages the window shoppers. Interesting, right? Don't worry, we'll discuss all of this in detail with reference to the first mall of India, that is Crossroads, in the later part of our video. So, ladies and gentlemen, coming to Crossroads, it was basically situated in Haji Ali, Mumbai, and was spread across 150,000 square feet with all amenities like food court, gaming zone, etc. The shopping arcade itself was spread across 60,000 square feet with 125 Indian and international brands in fashion, jewelry, watches, etc. And their in-house store called Pyramids, which alone offered around 150 brands, was the biggest store in the mall. Also, there were 3 floors which were just dedicated to gaming and entertainment. And guys, Crossroads was expected to bring a new era in the Indian shopping. And it was indeed moving towards that direction as well. The mall attracted huge mobs during the initial stages of its opening. During the weekdays, the mall saw about 30,000 to 40,000 people walk in. And the number increased to almost 1 lakh on weekends and holidays. Yes, obviously, a lot more than what McKinsey predicted. Guys, this was a huge initial success. But as I said in our Patanjali's case study video, whose link is there in the description, that hyper growth is very terrifying. And it is most often the success which kills a promising brand or company. Because handling success is way tougher than getting success. Same happened here as well. Guys, Crossroads failed brutally in crowd management. With such huge crowds, the mall's infrastructure came under immense pressure. The escalator queues were long, and this rather affected the sales in an adverse way. The regular customers also started inquiring that when the crowds would be low so that they could shop undisturbed. In short, Crossroads failed badly in zoning the traffic. Now, what is zoning? Zoning mainly means dividing the mall space into various zones. Okay, let's understand it in a better way. There are primarily 2 types of customers. First, focused customers, and second, impulse customers. Focused customers are the ones who know what they need and have a clear intention of buying and are potential customers. While impulse customers are majorly window shoppers who buy only if they find something overwhelming. So zoning is basically a mall space allocation strategy under which the mall developers and the mall management formulate the right tenant mix to attract both type of customers and divide the mall into zones. For example, the second floor may be designed in such a way that it is mostly targeted for focused customers and less of window shoppers. While the third floor might be designed in a way to attract the window shoppers and less of focused customers. This strategy plays a major role in the smooth movement of shoppers within the mall and avoiding unnecessary crowding. Also guys, zoning is the most important strategy which has to be done right. And many of you must be knowing about the current biggest mall of North India, that is the Great India Place in Noida. It is widely believed that one of the driving factors behind the success of this mall is its zoning and superior tenant mix as compared to their competitors. And ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, this is where Crossroads went wrong. Instead of focusing more on store placement and zoning, Crossroads rather opted another way to tackle this huge traffic, which backfired them brutally. Crossroads restricted the entry on weekends, and one had to produce a credit card, cell phone, visiting card, or a student ID to gain entry. Or they had to pay 60 rupees as an entry fee, which was refundable against the purchases that will be made in the mall. So basically, this strategy blocked majority of the window shoppers and impulse customers. This was also taken as an insult by many customers as they had to prove their identity before entering the mall. On the top of that, the media also started lambasting the mall. And in no time, the traffic fell drastically by more than 70%. A couple of months later, the management hurriedly lifted the ban, but traffic still continued to fall. The sales of the bookshops and music stores, which relied heavily on the impulse customers, declined drastically. Consequently, these brands started forcing Crossroads to reduce their rents, and finally they ended their lease with Crossroads. And guys, not just zoning issues, even Crossroads messed up with the store placements as well. Bookstores were present on the 4th floor, and hardly anyone went up to the 4th floor. Ultimately, there was a very less traffic and no sales. Apart from that, some analysts say that there were too many entry and exits, due to which the flow of traffic could not be regulated. And as the traffic decreased, the entertainment zones also started getting affected. These entertainment zones, which initially boasted a traffic of around 15,000 per day, were standing at 2,000 to 3,000 per day. As a result, Piramal's planned to close down the entertainment center and use the space for selling saris and footwear. Along with this, the final blow was in 2002 when the lease of many tenants lapsed and a lot of them didn't renew. Also, by that time, many malls had surfaced in Mumbai. Ultimately, the competition was also rising. Finally, after a not-so-fruitful journey, Piramal sold the mall to Kishore Bihani, the founder of Future Group and Big Bazaar, who then changed Crossroads to Sobo Central Mall. And today, from being a mall management company, Piramal Holdings has turned into a real estate developer. So that's all guys for this video, signing off for today. Please like the video if you found it insightful and share it with your friends, and subscribe to this channel for more such business content.